Back for round 3 of the Legs Challenge. I'm currently 1-1, playing against DK, who's a really good Miracles player normally. Andrew Steelson, I believe is their name. I might be getting that wrong though, so don't be mad at me if I did. So hopefully it isn't Miracles. I think that's one of Storm's worst matchups, so we'll see. I have a few sideboard cards for it, but you just don't really operate on a very powerful, like a really great axe against them. We do have a turn 1 win here though, so obviously going to keep this. Like to ponder into a Thoughtseize if possible. Oh, interesting. Looks like they're not playing Miracles. Okay, well, I'm just gonna go ahead and ponder here. Kabal Ritual. Not what I'm looking for currently. This could be bad against Stifle plus Wasteland, but I think it's more important. I'd rather just find a Thoughtseize or a Duress in the blind. If our opponent has Stifle plus Wasteland, I won't have any lands, but that happens. Alright, I think that might be what they have. So that's bad for us. Cool. We drew another land. I'm just gonna pass here. I don't really see a reason to let them use their mana currently. Oh, weird. I don't really know what they're playing. I'm gonna fetch here. I think this is gonna get stifled. Oh, it didn't. Okay. I'm gonna enter and brainstorm. There's Dress. Cool. How we exactly want to sequence this is interesting. So I'm gonna lead on Dark Ritual next turn. And if that gets countered, I'll preordain. Not exactly sure what we're playing. It could be Infect. Cool. So now I'm going to Duress. I do have Force of Will. What is this? Some interesting teamwork control deck, it looks like. Regardless, I'm going to take Force of Will. Cool. So they could activate Waterlogged Grove and draw exactly Force of Will, and we would lose. So we want to play around that as best we can. Finding Passing Flames is the way. So we'll bottom both of these cards. We didn't find Passing Flames. Okay, so we're gonna lose if they have it. If they hit it, but it would be a blind draw if they don't, and it has to be exactly Force of Will or Force of Negation. So we'll see. Sorry about my dogs. Looking for a second. Yep. Oh, they found it. That was pretty unlucky. Okay. Well, that happens. But we're still not in the worst spot. They don't really have a lot going on yet. They get to play Oko soon, which is annoying. Because they can turn our Lions of Diamond into a creature. Brainstorm. Okay. Maybe I'm supposed to keep the Thoughtseize and Thoughtseize something. I'm not really sure. Ponder. Cool. Shuffle this. Alright, I'll Thoughtseize them. Another Force of Will. Wow, so they found 3 Force of Wills. That was fast. They found those Force of Wills very quickly. I think I have to take Force of Will here to have a shot at winning this game. Well, that was good that they drew 2 Force Wills in a row. So they're probably going to Oko and turn this into a creature. I really wish my dogs would stop barking. Yep. Am I supposed to attack them or the Oko here? I don't really think this really does anything, so I'm just going to attack them. Like, if attacking it, they're just going to bolt it next turn anyways, so I think them being at 15 is more valuable for me, is more what I mean. because this doesn't have like an ultimate I care about in terms of that. And there's -6. Okay. They're gonna pull my Lance of Diamond. And cast Ponder. I don't really understand sequencing on the Ponder. I think you're supposed to cast Ponder before doing any of these things if your plan is to cast Ponder as your last card, because you'd either have the most information on how you want to spend your mana, but it's okay. Cool, it's kind of breaking off here. But it's okay, our opponent doesn't necessarily have anything good yet, and they only have one Force left in their deck, so. Unfortunately, if we draw an Infernal Tutor, we can't win the game yet, but they are drawing 2 cards to turn with Waterlogged Grove, which is a bit of a bummer. Drawing Passing Lands would win though, so we should just draw that. So this is not Shuffle the Library, which I don't love. Maybe it was just a Planet Tarmogoyf. Past the Flames. Nope. Well, now Infernal Tutor is a win. Unfortunately, we are dead on board next turn, because they can attack us for 7 here, plus Bolt us is 10, so even without the Bolt, we're just dead on board, so we need to draw something good this next turn. This is a weird game where our opponent... Well, I mean, we kind of shot unlucky that our opponent cracked that into... And find another set. Okay, that's fine. Kind of got a little unlucky with our opponent. Put Oak under their hand. Found, what do you call it? They cracked into Forcible, which happens. I mean, they play their deck to draw it, so I'm not really upset about it or anything, but... I'm going to go ahead and fetch here then, because I can't cast Cantrips anyway, so there's no reason to do anything else. Good card. Nope. Alright, lost. Okay, so they kind of drew pretty well, and we drew pretty poorly that first game, but go to game 2. Against this deck, I imagine Empty the Warren's probably fine, and maybe Abrupt Decay. I'm going to decide what the same I do against Delver. I'm not exactly sure what deck they're playing or what cards are in their deck, but it might just be a Delver deck, so kind of a lot of new cards in Legacy, so sometimes you see things you're not really used to. I don't really think there's something that I could have done differently that game. I think that the spot in which I went for it was correct. It's not that likely that my opponent is going to find that card. First of all, maybe I just draw the Thoughtseize off of the cantrip and wait 1 turn, but then if Forcible could be their second card down, then I would lose to that. So I think that's just being results-based, or result-oriented thinking or whatever. I think that I went for it at the correct time and everything, but sometimes the Magic opponent just draws Forcible and beats you. Okay, good hand. We can't beat Forcible, but I'm going to go for it on turn 1, because I think that it doesn't get better for us. So sometimes you just lay your hand on the table and you say, hey, I can't beat Forcible, I hope that you can't beat what I'm presenting. Also can't really beat Surgical Extraction here, unless we go for Empty the Warrens. I think I would go for Empty the Warrens if everything resolves. I'm going to do this so that They do Forcible or Dark Ritual. And actually, this doesn't make sense. I should have just gotten the Bioing play. So I'm gonna go ahead and empty the warnings here and hope that they don't have a sweeper if everything resolves. I think it's worth playing on Surgical Extraction. And if this doesn't resolve, I'm almost assuredly gonna lose. So 12 Goblins beats most sweepers. And the Delver decks aren't even really playing sweepers anymore, so I think it's worth playing around Surgical. I think they play more Surgical Extractions than they play sweepers, so I'm going to play around Surgical Extraction. They oftentimes have like one Engineering Explosives, which would just barely erase this, but whatever. Sometimes you just make 12 Goblins on turn 1 and cross your fingers, which is a little stressful, but definitely part of the deck. Like, Storm's a deck that can beat a lot of things, but sometimes you can't really beat anything, like this game, and you're just hoping that your opponent doesn't have anything. Cool. Well, they didn't. So now I can go to the next game. I'm just going to resubmit. I think this plan was fine. That's how I like to sideboard against kind of the fair blue decks currently, like the fair blue non-Tundra decks. Against the discard-based decks and the Tundra decks, I like to board in the, I'm sorry, I'm speaking the word, Veil Summers also. I'm going to keep this hand. It's not a really powerful hand. Doesn't have a Black Source yet or a discard spell, but we do have a Brainstorm, so seems like a keep to me. Alright, I'm going to play this one in case they Wasteland us, because I think this land's worse than Tropical or Volcanic Island in almost every situation, unless I draw Abrupt Decay. Tarmogoyf, 0-1. Okay. Cool with that. There's the land. I'm gonna Brainstorm. Thoughtseize. Okay. I think we can ditch a Cabal Ritual and a Ponder because we already have everything we need to win the game. And I'm gonna get a Swamp here and start Thoughtseizing our opponent. I'll take Forcible because if they want to tap out for Dread Horror or Narset, they can't leave up Spell Snare. And also they can Forcible Dark Ritual next turn, which is our choke point currently, the first Dark Ritual. So, although I did make their Tarmogoyf way bigger by doing all this and paid 2 life, so that was a downside. All right. I'm gonna Brainstorm. I know they're gonna Pyroblast it, but I don't. If they do that, I don't care. I'm gonna need to cast it to get Hellbent at some point, so. Yeah. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. So Thoughtseize you. Take Spell Snare. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. So I'd go down to 1 on the Past in Flames. And then up to 3, up to 5, up to 7 again. So kind of a textbook Ant win, which is just cast 2 Thoughtseizes and to win the game on turn 3. It's kind of the what you're hoping for almost every game with this deck. I wonder if we're able to shrink this Tarmogoyf. No, there's too many instants in our opponent's graveyard. It's up to 3. But that's kind of nice that they counter that because we could have just drawn 3 lands and not been able to get Hellbent. So cool. So we got pretty lucky these games. Our opponent we got really lucky games 2 and 3, and then our opponent got lucky game 1. That's magic. If people who don't like luck just don't like magic, because that's like one of the main reasons to play Magic. Cool. So turn 2 and 1 currently, battling back after kind of that punt game or round 2, I think, and I'll see you for round 4.